uh, problem, or the most question, the question most asked is, why is it that there is only a small drop in the tuition fees even with this new learning setup? You can answer that later, and you can have your own order of talking, ma'am.
Good evening, Mr. President. Good evening, Senator Bong. And good evening to my colleagues in the cabinet. Mr. President, we in Deped are truly appreciative of this opportunity to brief you on the latest developments in education, because education is everyone's business, from the parents to the business people and all, and of course our learners and our teachers. I would like to take up three items with you in my presentation. One is we'd like to share with you the latest enrollment data. Mr. President, we started enrollment period June 1 to 30 online. And as of in our presentation, we had a brief battle of quotes from you with media. Some parts of media would say the president says that you are like this, you are like that, and then I answer back with an exact quote of what you said during our last briefing with you last May 28th. But thankfully that issue has now been resolved, because media is now busy with other concerns, especially court cases. Sagutan, parang religious debate, Mr. President, na sagutan about the same source. Sabi ni President ganun, tapos kami naman, sabi ni President ganyan. But we took your exact words. Anyway, insofar as enrollment, Mr. President, are concerned, enrollment numbers, we started enrollment June 1, and right now, supposedly the 15th day of the month, but it's actually mga 12 days lang ito, including the holidays, 11 days. It's already 10,654,795 learners, 10.6 million enrolling online with their parents, because we are not allowing any physical enrollment. The highest, of course, ang highest is region 4A, and then you have region 3 and region 4. At the same time, also, those who were most vocal and about their concerns on the opening of school, Mr. President, are of course the LGUs, because education takes place in their territory. So now LGU support has been coming in, and every day we get messages of support from local government units, because we have been aggressively informing them of what our learning continuity program is about. Many assume, Mr. President, pag sabi mong opening ng school year, therefore it is face-to-face. And we have been saying that since May 8, pero it takes time for the idea to sink in, because usually pag opening ng school, we always think face-to-face or in-person enrollment. So we have an increasing number of local government support already. And also with the approval, the consent of the ILG Secretary, we met with 10 associations or leagues of local government in the Philippines, including League of Provinces, League of Cities, League of Municipalities, Liga ng Barangay, League of Vice Governors, board members, etc. And we met with them for 5 hours, Mr. President, and answered their concerns about what this enrollment is all about. Mr. President, we also have, since May, we have April, we already started a roadmap, because we had to select or identify a date, Mr. President, because we cannot keep people hanging. We have to have a target we have to have a goal in view of all these developments. So as early as several months ago, we consulted nearly 800,000 respondents as to what is the appropriate date and what they would prefer. And August consistently came out because it's the closest to what the law says. So right now, mayroon na kaming roadmap, Mr. President, which we started May and June, remote enrollment, etc. Last time I was with you, Mr. President, I briefed you on the what a blended enrollment, blended curriculum is all about. First, it can be through a ICT platform. By the way, questions were raised as to why did we not use the UNICEF platform? Because UNICEF developed platform for other countries. The reason, Mr. President, is we already have a platform. And when we had a talk with UNICEF, sabi nila, we have a platform and there's no need for them to do it for us. And they are also giving us assistance, especially in the operation of this platform. Pero hindi na nila pinilit yung kanilang platform which they're doing for Ukraine and other countries. Now, sinabi na natin, Mr. President, kung hindi pwede sa online, kung pwede sa cellphone. There are 179 million cell phones, more humans than cell phones in the country. And I see a lot of cabinet members, hindi ko lang kaya, hindi ko sila ma-match, attending IATF meetings from their smartphones. And so mas marami yung cellphones kaysa tao. So kung hindi pwede yung platform, pwede sa cellphone. The other, which is attracting a lot of attention from other countries, is the use of television. Right now, there are many programs already on television because the law requires that 15% of airtime for television should be devoted for children. Sisingilin natin ito. So, all these possibilities, pero talagang kung wala talaga, Mr. President, walang internet, walang cellphone, walang TV, walang radio, yun sinasabi nating IBM that it's better manual. So we are producing also learning modules, but the children should not be going out to get the learning modules. This is where, Mr. President, kaya we are going to work very closely with local government units kasi yung mga barangay sa kanilang kiosk, sa kanilang where their offices are, doon i-deposit ng learning modules. Pipick upin ng parents, maybe kasi usually we allow one member of the family to go out, pick upin ng parents, and then in the afternoon, kung anong homework nila, ang teachers naman ang mag-pick up, i-correct. So, it will be a relay of materials. Kung talagang hanggang manual lang ang makayanan ng isang local government or isang school. So, ito, Mr. President, what is new? Everybody talks new normal. But what we are suggesting, Mr. President, is not really new. Because it has been there since the 1800s, like the radio. What is new is that we are placing the emphasis that we are placing on these alternative technologies because we agree with you that we should not be allowing our children to go to school or our teachers to go to school at this time until it is absolutely safe for them. But they can continue learning, Mr. President. So, yun na ang mga ibang mga ginagawa namin, yung pag-upskill ng teachers as well as the students themselves. So, the next and the last, of course, is the financing part. This is where would really be seeking your support in matters where we need to we need equipment or we have to. We are negotiating with the two telcos, Mr. President, na ililibre nila yung paggamit ng kanilang facilities. I just talked with one of them. And at the regional level, the regional directors are also negotiating with the local radio stations na so that we can reduce the costs. So we hope, and what we are asking, Mr. President, is ang appeal namin to allow us to continue our preparations based on the roadmap kasi target namin August 24, no face-to-face on August 24 opening, to allow us to continue our preparations kasi nakabuelo na kami, Mr. President. If suddenly we pull to a stop, then baka madapa kami. Kasi we are moving very, very fast and I'm checking with the regional directors every other day. And we will be providing you with readiness updates. And lastly, Mr. President, I would like to end my brief kasi nandito naman ang details which your staff can study in detail. Ang sabi ni John Michael Greer, the future is under no obligation to wait patiently while we get ready. The future will not wait, and we don't want our children to wait and be left behind. Thank you, Mr. President, for all the years of support and stinting and questioning. Full support. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, ma'am. It was an excellent report. Mga kababayan ko, meron tayong isang tanong na gustong malaman ng halos lahat. Ito yung on why there is only a small drop in tuition fees despite there being no face-to-face classes. Nasagot na ni ano yan, and they may come up with the expanded explanation to the press para malaman ng lahat. As announced, schools will open on August 24, but there is still no face-to-face sessions until we get a vaccine. Because ang iposta mo dyan, in your desire to resume classes, ang kapalit niyan is really, the COVID is still here. Nandyan pa yung, hindi lang pa umabot pa sa iyo. Instead, we will follow a blended learning approach. Part of this learning strategy is distance and online learning using communications technology and digital devices. Now, for the far-flung areas, meron siyang, yun nga ang kawawa dyan is yung, may radyo sana, walang TV, walang cellphone, wala lahat. Ito yung mahirap na kung mayroon na lang sana silang radyo, pwede problem of the Department of Education. But yung the lack of communications or how to get through these students, baski radyo lang. Ang radyo ngayon is hindi naman mahal. Will by 300 sabi ni Secretary Briones. Baka kung magtagal ito talaga, sayang ang panahon, we might buy the radio at 300, maibigay sa lahat ng barangay, maabot ng radyo para naman yung mga mahirap, may communication sila sa teacher nila. Even without a face there, as long as you are really interested to learn, ito yung mga mahirap, kaawa naman. We will try to come up with something in the next few days. Maybe before the end of the week, I would be able to look for the money. Wala na tayong pera ngayon. I would look for the money to buy transistor radios to be distributed all throughout the country. We will try to do it. We might not be able to succeed to bring all of it to the barangay level, but we will try. I said, just give me until the end of the week. Ang the battle of sa COVID is not over. Sabi ko, nandyan pa yung germ na yan at hindi nawawala. Depende lang. Arami na. Dito ang, ang tinatamaan, it's about 26. It's still, you know, I cannot say it's second wave because it is still increasing sa infected. Tapos ang namatay is 1,000. Although what is very heartening is the recovery, which is about 6,252. It's a good record compared to the other countries. I don't know if it has something to do with wala. Ang diferensya sa atin is weather. Maybe it's not too cold or the germ is not really comfortable in hot places. We are gradually easing restrictions to make way for our economic viability as individuals and as a nation. But it does not mean that we will forget our minimum health standards. Ganito yan eh. Hindi ko kayo mapigilan na lumabas. Hindi ko kayo mahuli lahat. Ang problema niyan, pati yung mga bata, kung samahin ninyo, or you allow your children to go out when the place is not yet ready for them to be outside at nagkasakit. Huwag ninyo kaming sisihin. Do not forget that we warned you about the grave consequences. Marami pang namamatay by the thousands sa Brazil. Ako, sinabi ko na kasi napunta ako ng Brazil. Maraming tao talaga doon, dikit-dikit. Sabi ko noong pag-umpisa pa lang, pag umabot ito ng South America, ang Brazil ang sinabi ko, delikado to. Dumating nga. It was a prophetic statement. But I know that I was there. Yung slum areas nila, kagaya rin sa atin. Ang mabuti na siguro dito, kasi naniniwala kayo sa inyong gobyerno. Well, if not really, sa personally, ayaw ako ninyo, just listen to our advice because that's intended for everybody. At para sa kapakanan ninyo yan. Ngayon, kung umalumabas talaga kayo, you run the risk of getting infected. Huwag ninyo kaming sisihin. Let us continue to observe proper social distancing kung maglabas kayo. Yung distance, magpalayo ka lang. Kung nandito ka sa Parañaque, iwasan mo yung taga Quezon City. Ganun kalayo. Para wala. I'm joking. Nagpapatawa lang ako kasi inaantok na kami. Kanina pa kami dito eh. Frequent hand washing. Kung wala to alcohol, mura lang man ito. Or, you know, come to think of it really, maghugas ka lang ng kamay ng sabon. Yung ordinaryo lang na sabon, I do not have to mention the product, but yung sabon na panlaba, yung just on the safe side. Pag sabi niya, magsabi ka, kasing puti na nandamit ang kamay mo. yung may advertisement niyan. Mari, masyadong paputi ang labada mo. Hindi labada ho yan, kamay ko yan. Bear in mind that you have a part in our collective effort to prevail against the pandemic. Magkaisa talaga tayo dito. Kaya kung isa-isa tayo, ngayon, wag tayo sumunod sa iba kasi yung iba, they're suffering. Especially those who declared na pwede nang lumabas when knowing all along na nandyan pa ang COVID, hindi pa nawawala. The only way to fight COVID is vaccine or yung maybe yung miracle pill that would kill, just as an antibiotic would kill a bacteria. But itong virus cannot be killed by antibiotic. Katawan mo talaga ang mag-produce ng antibodies. Now, there's a pill, I hope it's true, na parang lalaban. And it can, maybe, sabi, kill the... yun ang maganda. Pag yun ang dumating, pag available na, mag-order na ako ng, then I will distribute it. I will personally supervise the distribution. Ako mismo, I will supervise the distribution of the whatever there is para to guarantee that everybody gets a fair share of the medicines and the medical care. With that, I would like to say daghang salamat sa inyong tanan.